Welcome to another series of Heart of the Huntress. We are back in Australia for Series 3, our big game hunt in the Northern Territory. From Australian Outfitters headquarters in Jericho, we'll travel west through Barcaldine and then heading up to Winton along the Landsborough Highway. Our journey will then take us to Cloncurry. It will be 2 days of solid driving through some of the harshest yet beautiful country Australia has to offer. From Jericho, we head west through Barcaldine and Longreach, famous for the Stockman's Hall of Fame and being the original home of Qantas Airlines, recognised globally by the flying kangaroo on the aircraft's tail. After a fuel stop and pies in Winton, we drive along what is referred to as Australia's longest shortcut. That was very professional. It is a long, straight stretch of road with large distances between towns. The mining town of Mount Isa and then Kemmerwheel are our last towns and last phone reception in Queensland before we cross the border into the Northern Territory. Then on to Cape Crawford for a much needed big brekkie and leg stretch. So Craig, after a fair bit of travelling, so driving all day and night, we finally arrived in the Northern Territory. We've stopped here at Cape Crawford at the Heartbreak Hotel for a bit of breakfast. We're now here at Cape Crawford, and Craig, if you can tell us a little bit about where we go from here. You can borrow my coffee stirrer.
Stick so I can point at it. Okay, we're at Cape Crawford here, and we're going to continue up towards Nooka and Numbulwar. So we're going to come right up here, get up to this point, and then we'll be turning in on this road to Numbulwar, and then coming back down into the place where we're going to hunt called Waggabar, which is where we're going to be hunting right on the beach. Is our camp. We're going to be able to hunt buffalo all the way in from back here. We've got traditional owners giving us permission in all this area in here now, so we can hunt buffalo and hopefully get to the trophy that you're looking for.
While Christy and Donna do their big road trip up north, Margaret is on her way from South Africa on the flying kangaroo plane to meet up with the girls in the Northern Territory. We hit the corrugated dirt road and are now in buffalo territory. And it isn't long before Mike spots a big bull. The sight rouses us from our travel-induced dopiness, and we're eager to get to camp and make preparations for our week hunting. It has been 3 days on the road, but the last 2 hours seem to be the longest part of the trip. They hadn't even made it to camp when the adventure began. Hitting a soft spot on the trail, one of the vehicles sunk into the sand up to its axles. Some people call it being tractionally challenged. In Australia, we call it getting bogged.
had to come through the mountains along this street.
So we made it, Donna.
We did make
Finally.
it. It was a very long trip, 3 days, full on driving, 3,300 kilometres, but an epic drive, and it'll be totally worth it.
Yeah, my legs are a bit sore. I'm glad to be out of that car anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely good to stretch our legs and get out onto dry land.
Yes. But we finally arrive in camp and make ourselves at home in our large deluxe tents. We are very privileged to be hunting in Arnhem Land, a huge area of natural environment managed by our Aboriginal people, traditional custodians of the land for many millions of years. It is customary for the elders to introduce new visitors to their home with a welcome to country, and we are privileged to have traditional owner Kev and the female tribal elders join us for dinner and our welcome to country talk.
Well, this is our first morning out hunting. We didn't have an early start this morning after our big drive to camp yesterday. So it's my first time hunting buffalo, so I can't wait to get out there and see what we can find, and hopefully we come up with a good one.
There is a lot of area to cover, 3,000 square kilometres in fact, so spot and stalk had proven to be the most effective hunting method according to the guides. So it started as a day sitting in the car and seeing many buffalo, but not Donna's dream bull. Likes Mike's call. Just pull up there, Craig. A bull is spotted bedded down under a shady tree. His shiny nose gleaming in the sun and his pointed horns stick up like a flag, but his body cannot be seen. Without a view of his body to gauge the size of his horns again, it is not definite whether this bull was worth pursuing. Part of the Huntress aim to demonstrate to all people the power of drive, ambition and unity. We aspire to be positive role models for all women, men and children, to be valued for our skills, knowledge, ability to share, learn and succeed, and encourage others to succeed. Donna begins her stalk, moving slowly from tree to tree, with her heart rate getting faster with every step that takes her closer to this massive creature. Finally, the buff stands up and his stature becomes apparent. He is a shooter. There are lots of bushes in between, which makes it easy to close the gap without being seen. However, as the day is warming, the bull is reluctant to move from his shady oasis amongst the trees. The stalk gets intense. The buffalo is standing broadside with only his head protruding from out the side of the bush. No shot can be taken unless he takes a few steps out from behind the bush to expose his front end. With good cover, they decide they can wait a while, but the buffalo has even more time on his hands and stands his ground, literally. Deciding that a buffalo is better trained at being stubborn, Donna and Craig get down low and crawl across the sand and prickles to the other side of the bush, hoping to find themselves a position where they can see the vitals from a quartering away position, and a safer shot, considering the buff now knows they are there. They shuffle to the right, hoping to get a better angle. However, the bull decides to follow suit and ambles over, poking his head from the other side of the bush, and worse still, walks forward for a closer inspection of the human beings behind the bush, and is now face on. He sniffs the air, licks his lips, and swishes his tail. At a mere 60 metres distance away, he is looking quite threatening and is close enough to see the drool coming from his mouth. Things are heating up. Craig suggests that Donna be ready for a front-on shot. But the bull seems intent to come closer, slowly, towards her. The bull then decides he wants a view of her from a different angle, so he cuts an arc to come even closer.
Get it in, just give it to him.
A quick follow-up shot is taken and the bull drops only 20 metres later. Walking up to a buffalo to make sure he is dead is very intense. Well done, guys. Awesome work, Donna, you legend. Super guide. Congratulations, Donna. Well done. That was absolutely awesome to watch.
Yes, it was very nerve-wracking, but we spotted this big bull as we drove along a track and pulled up and made the stalk in. Got into about 60 metres and we were pretty keen he was a good one to take. He was under a tree and just couldn't get the right shot at him, so we were waiting till he walked out. And he knew we were there. He was rolling his eyes and licking his lips like he could really smell us.
Grinding his teeth.
Yeah, and but he was walking kind of towards us, but I couldn't get the shot I wanted to take, so I was waiting, and it was getting scary.
Yes.
Anyway, I took the shot, and we weren't sure if he was fully down, so I'd done the second shot just to make sure he was out. Yeah, so very exciting, my first buff, and yeah, very cool.
Yeah. First visit to the territory.
Yeah.
As always turns it on.
Like the wind on my back.
See you in episode 2 as Margaret goes out in search of her dream bull and finds out that it doesn't all play out like it does in our hunting fantasy. See ya!
Nature's spirit is free, 'cause hearts beat